I think being single when you're a teenager and when you're in your early 20s is a good idea. You don't even know who you are. You don't even know what you really truly value. Because yes, there's morals, there's ethics, but everyone prioritizes them differently. I feel like in your 20s, that's when you have a huge shift. You can break out of your high school persona, your uni, who you are when you're with those group of friends, and you start to discover what you're actually like when you're all alone outside of that little mini society, because that's when you're really developing yourself, finding what kind of person you want to be and striving towards that. You use that time to really invest in yourself and improve yourself, self-improvement, because that really takes time and energy. Like, just being yourself is such a scam because you can always be better. There's a best version of yourself and you're usually not that yet, especially when you're really young. Prove me wrong, disagree with me. I'm not always right, but I think I'm right. But I know I'm not always right. Focus on yourself, twin. It's you against you. And then once you're ready emotionally, or when you stumble across that person, it'll work out. But you know you've put in the work into yourself to become better. You can't wait for the perfect person to come. You have to become that person. If you're trying to run around and chase butterflies, you'll never catch them. But if you invest and grow your own garden, butterflies will naturally come to you. Just make sure you're healthy, you know? You don't want to be traumatizing more people. And yourself. You'll be traumatizing yourself. But it all just suits me, you know? This probably won't suit another person, but I don't know. I did what I did, and I'm glad that I did what I did. Yes, I guess it's a good thing to have a partner if that's what you truly want and they're going at the same trajectory as you. Great. But I don't like being told what to do or be influenced by people. I don't like the idea of being with a partner and them influencing my decisions, because I'll be thinking about, oh, what would be something that they approve of? How would this affect them? You know, there's just another person to account for. They're kind of an extension of you. I don't like that. Versus when you're just completely on your own, you want to do it, you do it. Perfect. And I think I can say that with confidence because I've been single basically my whole life. So maybe this is all I know, and that's why I'm like, this is great. But I guess just if you have been single all your life, I don't think you're missing out that much, because you can just focus on investing in yourself so that you can become the person that you want to attract anyways, instead of just fitting around another person. I feel like if you're dating someone for like 6 years, 4 years, you've already molded your whole personality and your identity to some degree. Obviously, you're not being controlled by them, but to some degree, you're being influenced by them. Your decisions are biased because their opinion hold a heavy weight. I think partners do have a big impact on your whole lifestyle, your habits, your mindset, and your values. Like, if you don't have a strong set of moral values, then you're going to be influenced by what others think is important and how they prioritize their morals. And I feel like really discovering them and figuring it out for yourself in your early 20s or even when you're a teenager is really important. Like, I just don't like being told what to do. Having like a boyfriend when I'm like 18, when I literally don't know anything, and my worldview is so limited. It's just so easy to be codependent. Just not have a strong sense of yourself and your own identity. So I think that's just really dangerous. Dating when you're too young or even in your early 20s. Like, I do have a little bit of dating experience, but I've only really been in one proper relationship. And that was only for a month and a bit. Not even a month and a half. And I think it's because I didn't actually really like him that much. I think just logically, I thought I liked him because I liked how he looked. Physical attraction was there. We were the same set of values, worldviews, to a T. They're into fitness. Everything seemed fine on paper. But physical attraction and intellectual attraction are like at the same level. I can't have just one and not the other, because then I'll just lose interest. And I think for him, I just wasn't mentally stimulated enough. I just felt like I was mothering him. I didn't like that. I wasn't really learning anything from him. It was just having a good time, going with the flow. I like your company. I'm like, I like my own company more. That's why I've been staying single. I did give it a chance. I did wait a long time. Yes, I did think a month was a long time for me. Although obviously my communications could be better and stuff. But I think ultimately the intellectual attraction wasn't there, so I don't think it was going to work out. I don't think I'll be able to go on these, I don't know, do all my shadow work and just really work on myself if I felt like I was restricted by another person. I think, yes, this is subjective. This is highly subjective. And I think maybe if you had a relationship like that, would they really help you through? Good for you. For me, no, they were only in friends. And I think I was just too mentally unwell and I had a lot of issues, like back in high school when I was younger, to even like date anyways, because I didn't really want to put that burden on them and kind of involve another person's feelings onto it. And I was so emotionally dead and just dissociating all the time. So I don't even know what liking someone was like or how to care for someone else. I probably would have gone into a toxic relationship if I dated straight away. Yes, I know now that mindset of not dating because I didn't want to burden people was not a very healthy mindset. I was my biggest hater. Yeah, I was very self-critical. But I think in the end it did benefit me in the long term. However, now I still don't really feel the need to date. I'm open to the idea more, but I don't really like the idea of a guy barging into my life and intruding on my peace because I think I'm just very content and happy with my life how it is, and I love my freedom. I like being able to go mute or go off the grid for like a week or two. I can do whatever I want, whenever I want. I think it is a bit selfish saying it out loud now, but I just love my freedom, and I don't think I'm willing to give up my peace and my lifestyle for another guy that I don't think is worth it. They have to really add to my life, and I think that is a good thing. I will not date simply because they're there. They're the best option of who I've been talking to. No, I don't even be talking to anyone. I want to be like 100% in whole on my own, and then I meet another person who's whole on their own, and then we both add to each other and build each other up rather than we both complete each other. So it's not like 50 and 50, 100. No, it's like 100 and 100 becoming 200, but even greater. Yeah, I don't date for fun. I just don't think it's very productive for me. I don't want to learn lessons at the other person's with so much at stake. Like, I had a situationship where I liked this person a lot. Like, a lot. Like, I would compromise everything I was for that person because I liked them a lot. But it just didn't work out because, like, of differences in religion. We didn't date. I could have gone further and been like, we'll just date for fun. We'll just see how it goes, even though we know most likely what would happen is that I would definitely compromise and I would resent him for it. Yeah, I think I was just too self-aware and I kind of hated that. I'm like, wow, why couldn't I enjoy this more? I could have like dated him for years and then be like, oh man, this really did not work out, but we had fun. But it just didn't sit right with me. I just couldn't. The guilt would eat away at me because it's like dating someone with an expiry date. I don't like how I don't let myself get away with it. Ignorance truly is bliss, but at the same time, my mind won't let me. I'm kind of swayed because I've heard some good advice where it's like, have to date more, you have to go through more trial and error. You're more likely to find success the more you trial and error. I don't know if I can do it just yet. But yeah, they have to really add to my life someone who has a better set of morals, who is more accountable than I am, more reliable than I am. Someone that like inspires me, someone that I can look up to and that I admire and I respect. I haven't met anyone like that yet. But yes, that is why I've been staying single. But the only thing I'm a bit confused about is that I, for a long time, was actively trying not to date. So I'd actively not give them any opportunities. But now that I am more emotionally available, I don't act single. I'm not really mingling. I don't really know whether to change what I'm doing or rather just keep living my life and then just find someone compatible incidentally. I'm also still very young and naive. I know nothing. The more I learn about things, the more I realize I don't know things. Yeah. Wish me luck, and I wish you guys for luck. Let me know if you resonated with this, if you related to any of it, if this was helpful in any way. If you disagreed, let me know. I'd love new perspectives. I sheltered myself for too long. And it's time to ungate myself. It's time to put myself out there. It's time to act like a fool. It's time to be cringe. It's time to be the loser I am. No, I'm not a loser, but to be the nerd that I am. Yeah, I was such a nerd. I was so into DC Comics when I was young, in like primary and everything. I was influenced by my brother, but I was so into it. But then I wouldn't tell people because it was so lame. Like, socially, I don't think it looked good. But I loved it so much. The DC Universe, the comics, amazing. Amazing. I loved it so much. It was my obsession. My role model was Wonder Woman. And also Chun-Li. Those were my role models. The Justice League, oh my gosh. The Court of Owls, Batman, oh my gosh, I love his comics so much. And then Green Lantern, what was his name again? I forgot. Kyle Rayner, the White Lantern, I love him so much. Ah, so good. And then from my obsession with comics, into Japanese comics, into manga, into anime. Still a nerd, but a happy one. I may be cringe, but I'm free. Thank you for listening. Thank you for listening to me yap. I don't feel like this was productive at all. But thank you. Thank you. Bye.